Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Perry Johnson, author of The Abandoned Poet, coming at you. I'm afraid this is a very sad video today. I've been trying to keep this under wraps for a very long time, but my unofficial foster father has been emotionally abusive towards me for almost a decade now. Tries to control my life, tries to make decisions for me, and just about everything, really. And I want to get out of the country. And I met him in the country almost a decade ago. I don't want to be here. People are bigoted, narrow-minded, and horrible. But let's discuss what I had to go through. I was an escort when I met him, and I only drank like any young person would. But I drink about between 12 and 14 of those every fortnight, and I'm actually very ill. My organs are affected. My kidneys and liver. Especially my liver. He stressed me out for so long it wasn't funny. And he's actually the reason that I called myself the Abandoned Poet. And not only living with an ex who had harmed me, which he knows has harmed me, and even admitted it to each other, well, I'm stranded here. I thought I could forgive him, but it turns out I can't. Ever since I've known him, I've been, sexually touched when I said no, but we did anyway. I've been yelled at, screamed at, paraded by his so-called friends and colleagues. I've been, kidnapped 4 more times out of 5. 4 years in a row, once when I was a teenager. I've had to move, I've been assaulted, I've been insulted, I've experienced police corruption, and I wrote a book because of him. Well, I've had enough. I'm not his child. I'm a grown-ass man. I know I look like a boy, but still. It's time this ended. And I'm not gonna wait for a full decade. No. This has gone on long enough. He controls my life. He, makes me wait for things that I actually need, not want to need. And he puts me in situations where he has complete control over my life. And when I was ill with my blood clot illness, which I still am ill with, he didn't arrange any medical treatment at all. All he did was yell at me. I still have the walking stick I used to use in my classic book reading. Over 1,100 views. Winter Passion. I've been ill for years. I've even continued on performing while ill. Basically, my unofficial foster father has made some very bad decisions. And like an insect in a jar, I've been tortured for almost a decade. And with this walking stick, I know I've done a book reading, but I'll do a book reading again. I'll explain to you with a book reading from memory how it felt when I was unwillingly tossed into a violent and defty caravan park. And how it really impacted my life. Winter passion. Paucity is silent as I drift through the night. Sweet dreams of cold innocence gains great darkness and insight. I lie there on the floor like many times before. Though I've lost a battle, I shall win the war. Deception, another bitter friend. As I arrive awake in agony, you've confused me until the end. A tomb I may long for to temporarily house my ashes. Inside a terrifying sorrow as my heart aches and crashes. Do not grieve as I rest on the white winter grass. My time is approaching, and indeed very fast. I feel the cold embracing me, it blankets me in sorrow. Never wondering in years to come if there will be a happier tomorrow. I loved you, dear numbness, and you faced me back to reality. I would have been just as happy, face down the sea. I loved you, dear winter. You and I were always one, but the stains of the blood with no fear of the end whispered. I'm simply dumb. I knew a disease as it was blocked out of these if I hadn't frost upon the surface. But what's for the night when the body may shiver and fight, unless there's no future purpose? The wind and the hail struck my head as I wailed, crying out in desperation for a sign. But as I lied in the cold and reading to do as I'm told for the rest of my days, the controller said, "You are mine!" So as my body is still, I denied any pill to take away the pain. Though I knew of my right and science implied, admittedly started to go insane. Though there is passion, I insist I ration that which remains an emotional pendulum, but the shy and the quiet, a personality newly acquired. So the change between myself and them. So as my body is flat on the cold snowy mat, which was white then back to green, my soul is in trouble, then dosed of double, but lying there for hours, you'd be amazed at what I've seen. I'd seen hauntings, I felt senses, the madness as it suspenses, and I chilled back with no movement at all. As I felt the hurt covering my coat to my shirt, if not lying down, feeling small. Yet, I was determined to wipe out any vermin as they walked early meters past, still in a state which prolonged any fate if I was to go soon. I'll make sure that it's fast. A shadow coveted me, stated ill-doer can see, and the chills went through my very marrow. That innocent shone, fear of which had grown, motionless again, in sorrow. In that dark night, it didn't give me a fright, though I pictured all creatures' blood combined. A sacrifice lamb, a child on your God's land, and every detail perfectly defined. But in the chilled air, I'm not sure I'd care if I followed over an ancient great cliff. The higher, the better. In howling, dry and weather, are the vein eyes that will never shift. Then, please stop yelling at me. Please stop rushing me. Please. Please. Please stop trying to control everything. I brought you a car the other year and gave you 10,000 to get a used one. You wasted 8,000. I don't know even know what you did with the other 2,000. I mean, all I want to do is get to Warner Brothers Studio. It's only 2 hours away and I don't know where it is. I'm bad with direction. I got lost in a supermarket, a tiny one, like a service station. Please stop abusing me. Please stop abusing me. It's been almost a decade. Please stop abusing me. The elderly can abuse the youth, you know. Please. Please stop abusing me. I'm gonna be sad for the little guy. I just need some company from him. Yeah, you go eat your biscuits, boy, okay? Here you go. There you go. Eat your biscuits. Go on. Him and the other cat. That's pretty much all the company I have right now. All I want to do is be taken to Warner Brothers studio. But I'm trapped here as a prisoner, really. And I have been trapped as a prisoner for almost a decade now. I have no idea how I managed to become famous. Because, well, I had to do it long distance mostly. But my unofficial foster father always stood in the way of my dreams. It's sad, but it's true. And, subconsciously, I feel like he was doing it on purpose. I feel like I could have been more further along my career goals if not for his subconscious jealousy and his tall poppy syndrome. I am not prepared to live like this anymore. He's already tormented the hell out of me. I've even had my right nipple torn in half from a kidnapper, which I never would have met unless I met him. I had my nipples pierced, and a kidnapper ripped the right one out. Well, I guess this is all I've got to say. I've got to let go of poisonous people, and the person I love the most is the most poisonous of all. I fight for truth. I fight for justice. I fight for you. I am the abandoned.